Good morning, class. I'm Richard De La Vega, your health teacher. And before we start, I want Anna to lead us a prayer. Anna, can you lead us a prayer? Thank you, Anna, for that very inspirational prayer. Now, I will check your attendance one by one. If you are present, just say maganda ako. And if your classmates are absent, just say pangit sila. Alright, very good class. You are all present today. Now, I will discuss my rules here inside our classroom. My rules are, we need to respect everyone. If you have some suggestion or question, just raise your right hand. And if your classmates are talking or reciting, listen carefully. Before we proceed to the lesson proper, I want you to show, or we need to have some recap based on our lesson yesterday. Peter, what is our lesson yesterday? Right, it's all about sex education. Can you give me one best example of contraceptives? Very good, it's pills. What about you, Tricia? Can you give me one best example of protection against pregnancy or certain diseases such as STD, etc.? Correct, it's condom. Now, before we proceed to the lesson proper, I want you to show you some short video clip. I want you to observe and listen carefully and analyze the following questions. You can take down note if you want to do so. The following questions are: what do you think are the most common of all the contestants? Number 2, of all the contestants of being shown, can you identify or judge one person if they are sick? And lastly, number 3, of all the diseases that you know, what diseases are still present today that exhibit the same effect of being shown of all the contestants, like doesn't have physical symptoms? Are you ready, class? Let's watch the videos.
Eto na, ang mga huhusgahan mo.
Nagkakilala kami, meron na po siya.
Wow.
Pero alam mo yon na meron
Nung
siya.
sa umpisa po hindi, kasi nagkakilala po kami sa isang group chat lang po sa Facebook.
Advocacy, ayoko na pong may ina pang iiyak dahil sa walang kaalaman.
Pero yung pinakaano ko, natakot ako. Natatakot ako mawala yung anak ko.
Siyempre.
Tapos, alam ko pa, wala siyang cure, di ba? Ang hirap. Tapos sabi ko, basta inaano niya, sabi ko lang sa kanya, huwag kang mawawala.
Walang gamot na mas hihigit sa yakap at pagmamahal mo. Kaya matapang ako kasi umuwi ako na nandyan ka.
Kapag nahihirapan ka, iiyak mo, pero gaya nga ng palagi nating sinasabi, huwag niyong tatambayan yung problema.
Yes.
Kasi at the end of the day, may mga taong susuporta sa'yo, may mga support group na susuporta sa'yo, and hindi mo rin masasabi dahil yung family mo mismo pala, pag nag-open up ka sa kanila, is magiging
support
sandalan
ka
mo.
nila. Yes.
Exactly.
Sa lahat,
2018 po, bali 4 years na po. Ngayon po.
4 years.
na po.
Kumusta ka ngayon, Mau?
Going strong kahit mahirap.
Yung partner ko po.
Jowa mo.
Opo.
Gano'n na kayo katagal?
6 months po.
6 months.
Ma'am, ano po, nung una kasi, nung kami, hindi ko pa alam. Tapos, nung nagkalabas na po ng sintomas na parang nagkalagnat na ako, doon po na sabi niya, magpa-test ka. Siya po nag-udyok sa akin, tsaka yung ate ko. Doon ko nalaman.
Diagnosed ako year 2007, so ngayon 14 years. So medyo nag-aano na ako sa ano na yon, naghihinala na ako.
Na may something.
Oo, na may something.
After watching the video, let's go back to the question I presented a while ago. The question number 1, what do you think are the most common of all the contestants? Yes, Nick, they are sick. Very good. What about number 2? Based on the physical appearance of all the contestants, do you easily identify or judge one person if they are sick? Anybody? Yes, Ariana. Thank you, Ariana. It's no. Why? Because they are look healthy. And it's very hard to determine if they are carrying a certain diseases, right? And it doesn't manifest any physical symptoms. What about number 3? Of all the diseases that you know, what diseases that's still present today that exhibit the same effect of being shown of all the contestants and it doesn't manifest any physical symptoms? Anybody? Yes, Jazzy. Correct, Jesse, it's HIV. And basically, HIV is our lesson for today. At the end of our topic for today, I want you to understand the following. Number 1, identify the different issues and concerns of teenagers about HIV and AIDS. Number 2, enumerate the different mode of transmission. And lastly, adopt protective behavior of health and well-being. We need to show respect and concern too. As I mentioned earlier, our topic is all about HIV and AIDS awareness. When you heard about HIV, can you please raise your left hands and put behind your ears? If you heard about HIV, can you raise your right hands and put behind your ears? Nice. You respond so quickly. So class, I will discuss HIV and AIDS. When you say HIV, it stands for Human Immunodeficiency Virus that can cause the people to become weak and eventually develop into AIDS. What about AIDS? AIDS stands for Acquired Immunodeficiency Syndrome. Now class, I would like to present to you some factual information of HIV infections so that you will have a certain knowledge about these diseases. So, what will happen to the person's body if they get infected with HIV? Number 1, HIV enters the bloodstream. When the person catches with HIV, it enters the bloodstream without displaying any symptoms. Number 2, HIV begins to kill white blood cells. White blood cells on your immune system are part of your body's defense against bacteria and viruses. Once HIV gets into your bloodstreams and other body fluid, it slowly kills the white blood cells of your body. And number 3, HIV has killed many white blood cells, and HIV is spread and kill more of your white blood cells. It weakens your immune system. Number 4, the person now is infected. It appears to look healthy. Like I mentioned earlier, if you get infected, it doesn't manifest any physical symptoms, or it's very hard to determine if you are carrying a certain diseases. The person now is infected but appear to be healthy. As your white blood cells is slowly killed by HIV, you can't feel anything nor exhibit any symptoms until the person begins to get sick more often and experience damage of your immune system. Since it weakens your immune system, other type of infection will take advantage of your body and enable to defend itself. And lastly, the person will very sick, and it causes by age. It causes by age, and in that case, we will turn into death. Take note, class, that HIV has no cure up to this time, but medication are available to at least lessen its effect for a person infected to live longer. At this point, class, I want to show you again a short video presenting factual information about it. You can take down note if you want to do so. I want you to take down note and some behavior that do not transmit HIV and most common way of people get HIV. Now class, are you ready? Let's watch the videos.
Tell if someone has HIV by looking at them. In fact, many people who have the HIV virus do not know that they are infected because they do not show any symptoms for many years. This is why it is important that people are tested for HIV. There is no cure, but there are medicines which will help an HIV-positive person live longer.
You cannot get HIV from the air or from food or water or from any animals. HIV can only be passed from one person to another through 3 body fluids. These are blood, breast milk, and sexual fluids. The HIV virus can travel through wounds. This is why it is important to cover all cuts with a clean bandage or plaster. HIV can also be passed through sexual fluids. Because many people who have HIV do not know they are infected, it is important for a person to protect themselves by always using a condom if they are sexually active. HIV can also be passed from mother to child when pregnant, at childbirth, or through mother's milk. The HIV virus cannot travel through other body fluids such as saliva, mucus, sweat, tears, or body waste.
Can you get HIV from sharing a toilet?
No, HIV is not passed through body wastes.
How about from shaking hands or hugging?
No, HIV does not pass through the skin or in sweat.
Can you get HIV from sharing needles or razor blades or from cuts?
Yes, HIV can be transmitted by the blood of an infected person.
Can you get HIV from kissing or sharing drinks or if someone coughs or sneezes on you?
No, HIV cannot pass through mucus or saliva.
Can a mother give her baby HIV?
Yes, if the mother is infected with HIV, the virus can be passed to the baby during pregnancy, at childbirth, or in the mother's breast milk.
Can pets or farm animals give a person HIV?
No, you cannot get HIV from animals or insects.
What about mosquitoes? They suck human blood.
No, mosquitoes only suck blood. They do not inject it.
Are there other ways that a person can get HIV?
Yes, the HIV virus can be transmitted through the sexual fluids of a man or woman.
People who are HIV positive and on medication must remember to take their medicines correctly. They should also try to eat a balanced diet, exercise often, and get plenty of rest. Living a healthy lifestyle will help. It is also very important to have good friends who will support you if you or someone you love has HIV. HIV is not a punishment. It is a virus which affects so many people all over the world. HIV can affect anyone of any age, of any race, of any gender, of any religion, of any profession. There is no cure for HIV. Everyone should know the facts so that we can all help to stop the spread of HIV.
Based on the video I presented, what are the different ways for an HIV not to be transmitted? Anyone? Yes, Michael. Alright. HIV not transmitted by hugging, coughing, sneezing, kissing, handshaking, sharing of cups, drinking of glasses or plates, etc. This act definitely not give a person an HIV. And for my question number 2, what are the common ways to get the people or a person with HIV? Yes, Jessica. Excellent. It's evident that you are watched the video carefully. So the common ways to get HIV is that by sharing of used needles while injecting drugs, sexual contact infecting body fluid like blood, semen, etc., and lastly, maternal transference from mother to baby during pregnancy, childbirth, and breastfeeding. To complete understand about our topic, I want you to take a look in this video and try to put yourself into their shoes and feel the reality of the situation. So let's watch the videos.
Could you be a good friend? Someone who understands me? When I'm feeling low, will you try to have empathy? Will you listen when I talk and not interrupt, please? Don't dismiss how I'm feeling or rush to advise me. I'll need a true friend, one who's patient and kind, someone supportive who'll be there every time. I won't always be happy or be able to play. My mood will be changing. I'll feel different each day. My home life affects me. I can't help that it does. I'll need a good friend who I know I can trust. My dad lost his job when he got HIV. Has badly impacted family. There's the stigma to cope with. We've lost friends from before, and our income's affected. We've become very poor. Now the doctors have told Dad it's progressed into AIDS. They say that his life has limited days. I've never faced death. I don't know what it's like. I'll miss my dad dearly and cry every night. I'll need a good friend more than ever, you see. I know you'll understand me and will show empathy.
Now that you watched the video, can I hear your insight? What a wonderful insight. Listening and understanding one situation is already a great help to at least ease the burden and problems. Now class, do you have any clarification and questions? If none, what is the main purpose of our topic? Peter. Exactly, Peter. What about you, Mary? Nice one, Mary. On a one whole sheet of bond paper, I want you to create a slogan about the needs awareness regarding of HIV and AIDS to motivate the people in our community to follow the healthy practices in our life. And your work will be graded based on the following criteria. Number 1, relevant. Relevant to the theme, 5 points. Creativity, 5 points. And lastly, originality, 5 points. Class, you have until 4 p.m. to finish your activity and submit your work. And you will be sent your output in our Microsoft Team assignment tabs. Did you get it, class? Alright. For your assignment, have an advanced reading about teenage pregnancy. Thank you for participating, class. See you next meeting. Thank you so much.